Hello. What's up? How's your Wednesday? Hope it's good. Wednesday means Wildfrost Wednesday, and we just had... Oh, sorry. I didn't have my camera. My camera was not on. Or wasn't capturing me. There we go. But, hope your Wednesday's been good. I hope you're, doing well. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, Wildfrost Wednesday. And we just got a, update. The update that I'd kind of been expecting. I figured it was coming close because based on the things the devs had been saying that they were, like, doing and stuff, I kind of felt like the update had to be close. And indeed, it came a few days ago. So, excited to give that a try. See how it goes. As far as the patch notes go, it looked fine. Most of the stuff I saw, like as I was reading through the patch notes, pretty much everything I saw, I thought, yeah, that makes sense. Or like that, like the things they buffed were things I thought needed buffs, and the things they nerfed were things I thought needed nerfs. Some of them I don't know if they necessarily went. I don't know. The degree is hard to make an assessment of, and I think there are definitely some things which I think in my personal assessment, which isn't the end all, of course. But in my personal assessment, there's definitely some stuff which I was like, oh, I could see. I'm surprised they didn't buff this or nerf this. But I think there is also, there's more patches and stuff coming down the line, or more updates coming down the line. So some of it could just be in anticipation of that kind of stuff. It's kind of interesting because it does seem like they've made the game maybe slightly easier in some regards. Because there's some stuff that I didn't think because there is one change, like the ability to not take a treasure from the item slots is kind of weird to me, because like that seems like it makes sense that you I mean, I get it, right? Like having a skip option is usually pretty important for these kinds of games, but I don't actually think it matters that much here because of the reasons I've talked about, how you don't have to play every card every time you see it, and also just like the decks aren't that thick. But being able to skip, so I mean, it does technically make it easier just because it's more options, right? Like it's inherently, the game is inherently just like you have more options. I think it may be kind of a trap because I think sometimes it's probably actually, I don't know that it's necessarily worth it to skip most times, because I think often it's still worth it to take, like, there are cards, normally in every pool you're gonna get a card, even if it doesn't necessarily synergize that well, it's still better than like the average card in your deck, or at least better than like enough of the cards in your deck to be worth it, right? Like, I mean, it's a little bit hard to quantify the average, because really what it is that you have a few cards that are pretty bad. The starting cards are generally pretty bad, and then other cards are okay, and most cards are like okay at worst. I mean, sometimes you get to draw a pool where it's like all three you don't want, but usually there's at least one that's fine, like good enough, better than the starting cards. But I don't know. In any case, and the other thing is, like, it's so easy to like just play the routing, right? You can see what you're gonna get, so you can just play around that, and it's like you don't have to. You can just play in ways where you don't get them, right? And so it's like, I don't know. That seemed, I wasn't having trouble winning runs or anything, even with all the bells and everything. And then the other change they made, which also makes it easier, although this one I'm kind of okay with, but I mean, is showing the fights before you get into them. So as it is currently, there's fight pools, right? There's different acts that have different possibilities, and you kind of know what to expect. You get like 2 out of the 4 possible fights or whatever in each act. But then now it just tells you directly what it is before you get to it. I mean, you can't see ahead of the run. You just see the one coming up that you're about to do. So it's not like you can plan that far ahead, but it does let you plan a little bit, or like rearrange your stuff, which I'm fine with. It means you can kind of play, it makes it easier to play around some of the more annoying fights, like the teeth fight and stuff. But that being said, that is also, again, very certainly something making the game slightly easier, which is fine, I guess. If they're gonna add more bells or something in the future updates to increase the upper end challenge, then I guess it's fine. Hello, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. But so all in all, the changes, I don't know, seem interesting. We'll have to give them a shot. I just do think it's funny. I mean, I guess I get it, because one of the main complaints people had about the game was that it was too hard. But as someone who has not really had that much issue with the difficulty, it's you know, for me it didn't seem necessary. But I guess I get it. Like, if they want to make it more accessible, that's fair, and honestly not a bad idea, especially if they're going to continue to add a bit more challenge on the top end, because as it is currently, the 3 bells doing good. How am I? I'm doing good also. Wednesday, get to try out this new Wildfrost patch, so that's exciting. Other than that, just kind of a normal Wednesday. It's been hot, which is not enjoyable, but it's how it's gonna be. But yeah, I mean, the thing is with the bells, like 3 bells already is like pretty easy. I mean, the bells are really not that much of an added challenge. Like the charms are a pain. Getting extra blings is nice though, but it's not. I think this one does make it harder. Like the charms can significantly make it harder, but it's and just like depending on how you draw. But like the horde bell, I think this is actually. I honestly think this is like makes the game easier overall, because getting the extra crown is huge. Especially, you know, early where it matters, and then the wave counter is faster, but it's like 1 turn faster it's 4 from 5, and normally if you can kill them all, if you can kill them all in 5 and not have them stacking up too much, then you can kill them fast enough that it's fine. If you're getting overrun by them at 4, you probably would have been getting overrun by them at 5, right? Like that's like the thing. And then the Titan Bell is, I honestly don't even remember what the differences are between the original bosses and these ones, but it doesn't really seem to be super huge. And the item rewards more options is good, although it doesn't seem consistent. I'm not sure if that was a bug or something. I did notice in the patch notes they fixed the bug where Berry Blade would sometimes not heal, which I'm glad about, because I had that so many times where I was like confused about why I wasn't getting healing. Anyway, let's start with the daily run. Ooh, no fog bell, love it. Thank goodness. See how this daily run goes. What do we got? Bling Sack, Frozen Heart, Gold Blade. Oh, we always get Bling Sack, and we always get there's like 3 different gold bells. And so we always get so many of them. So this is the one where we just have to kill the goblins faster. Mostly doesn't really make a difference. And Gold Blade. So it does actually help here a little bit though, because it does kind of matter here a little bit, because goblins are going to give us some money even when we hit them, even though Gold Blade prevents us from getting kill money. So we do have to go for combos and the goblins for money. So it is going to be kind of difficult. Frozen Heart Bell is fine. Ooh, especially with our leader hitting... Oh, wait. It's just a barrage demonize. Ooh, we need to up the damage so that we're actually getting damage in, because that'll break blocks. And actually, though, on the other hand, then it triggers the demonize. And as it is, it's just going to stack demonize, which I guess I still am fine with just putting 1 on. So Big Berry is going to be our main damage for the first couple of fights. I mean, Spike will let us... If we get Penguin Fight, we're going to get a big combo. That gets us a lot of money. Oh, there are some slight adjustments to the early fights as well. In particular, they've added a smackback snow enemy. I don't know where it shows up. Snowman enemy. I don't know if it shows up in the snowman fight or if it just shows up in certain other fights. And then in the Infernoco fight, they removed Makoko, which was by far the hardest part of that fight for sure. So it's kind of understandable. I mean, that fight was still, like I said, I haven't had issues with beating the game, so it was fine, but it was definitely harder than Bamboozle, just because of the Makokos. That being said, I think I've probably lost more to... No, that's probably not true. I just feel like I lose a lot to Bamboozle just because they're annoying, but... The Makokos are such a pain, because they also then buff Infernoco. So they've replaced it with something, Mini Moko, I think, or something, which is similar in that it grows, but it grows slower, because it only attacks every other turn instead of every turn. So the growth rate is half as much, but it does start at 2 instead of starting at 0. So turn 1, or after turn 2, it does 2 damage, whereas the Makoko will only have done 1. But then on turn 3, it doesn't hit again, but Makoko hits for 2, which means that it's done more damage immediately. And from then on, Makoko is just constantly scaling up way faster. and doing damage the whole time. So the mini Moko, as long as you kill it before turn 6 or so, you're pretty much good. I think it only scales up by 1. We'll have to find out. In any case, as I was saying, this is our main damage. Thankfully, no fog bells, so that's great. 2 snow sticks is good. These are all just the default cards for this tribe, just with fewer scrappy swords. But they're all fine. All right, let's see how it goes. I keep accidentally triggering the colors, I think. I just am waving my hands around too much. Oh, see, look, it tells us to fight. Battle the penguins. Yeah, penguin fight. We're going to get a sick combo out of this fight. We're going to get a lot of money here. Because we have Spike and it's penguin fight. We love that. Okay. Just got to try to line up these combos. This is lined up for a combo here, so that's great. Except that this doesn't do damage. I do kind of want to try to get combos here. Big Berry will heal, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Walnut does not do damage. And the Demonize mostly doesn't matter. I mean, it does let us kill the Chungoon, I guess. The most combo I can get here is 2. Well, if I redraw for Spike, I can actually get a bigger combo, which is probably what I do here then. Okay, everything's hitting for 1. Oh, Spike's starting health so low. Why is this the Frozen Bell again? I feel like it always happens when we have the Frozen Bell, the companion starts with like less health. Spike's supposed to have 8. Okay, actually the combo's gonna be hard to hit because of that. I mean, we might be able to make it work. Big Berry also only started with 5 health. Our health numbers are just so low. It doesn't, nothing in here says that it does that, but it always seems to happen when we have the Frozen Bell Heart Bell, and I don't know, there's something I'm not understanding somehow. Anyway. I don't know, maybe I need to just start killing penguins. Maybe I should have killed one before. Huh, they changed the icon here. And then, they have this now so you can see the turn order. So yeah, and I guess purple means it's not attacking, but it'll tick down, and the orange means it's attacking, and that's the order. You know. Whoa, it changes the pitch of the music. Oh, is it slowing it down? Yeah. So, if you're used to it, it doesn't actually make that much of a difference. But, oh, I should have done this differently. I'm not getting a combo here. That's fine. Alright, Wave Bell is red. But yeah, so I mean, I'm used to the turn order counting now, so it doesn't actually help me as much. But it is useful for people who aren't used to it. Or just to check if you want to make sure you're tracking everything correctly. The thing is, it probably doesn't account for the changes mid-fight. Like, if something dies, it probably doesn't account for that. Maybe it does. I don't know. We'll have to find out. We'll have to check it at some point. Alright, we'll play Spike out here, because we have a turn. Everything spawns in. Penguin. We just gotta kill it. Or let it swing for 1 and then get blown up, get killed, although... See, the thing is, I could let it attack into Spike, but I kind of want to use the Spike to get a big combo. If possible. We want the Waddle Goons to get stabbed by the Big Berry, to get blown up by Big Berry. The ordering here is a little bit weird. Probably Snowstick the Goblin so we can try to get the money out of it. Let's order this like that. Because as is, Walnut can tank the Waddle Goons hit and swing back with the Smackback so that we can then, or not Smackback, with the Demon Eyes so that Big Berry can kill. Which is probably what we're aiming for. I'm kind of playing on the edge a little bit with my health, but it'll be okay. Okay, we got a combo out of that. Now we're just gonna try to stall out the Goblin to make some more money. And just tick our counters down. Alright. So on 2, these will all attack here. I also want to kill the Penguin on that same turn. This Penguin, so it doesn't swing and kill Spike. Although I guess if it kills Spike, it's not the end of the world. Because technically we get a bigger combo by also killing the Goblin that turn. Which maybe is what I do then. And on that same turn, these will line... Well, everything will be dead except the Big Peng. But we'll line these up so that we can... Oh, we'll kill the Big Peng too, because we're lined up. Not quite. Unless I stab it now. Oh, which I can do. Okay, so the play is to let Spike die then, I guess. There's no reason not to. I mean, it'll be injured, which... Whatever. But I can hit here and then hit here. We get a full 6 combo. Alright, that's the play then. Six combo, lots of money. Okay, now we're at 200 money, so that's lovely. That's a solid first fight. Money haul. Okay, Glowberries. It's berry fight for our round 2. I do kind of like that they all have their things now, but I mean, yeah. All right, what do we want? Got 2 travelers on this one. We already have 2 slots filled. But we could replace Spike or something. We do want more damage, or we want a charm. If we can give Wanna a damage charm of some sort, that would be great. Just so it's getting more damage on Barrage. But that's, you know, kind of hoping for a lot. It's probably fine, though. I don't know. I mean, I'm only able to use 1 traveler. I mean, I would be fine with replacing Spike. Also, I mean, our stuff is so weak. It's, like, weird. But let's see what this charm is. Let's just see what we roll. Lumen Ring. That's pretty good. Let's get all of our stuff before we see where we want to place it. Alright, Shell Shield's good. Mega Mimic is not. Scrap Pile is useless. Lumen Ring is nice, but we don't have anything where it's really relevant. I mean, it could be okay on like Snow Stick or Sun Rod or something, but Shell Shield is okay. Given the low health of everything, it's probably what makes the most sense here. It doesn't work as well with Big Berry's health restoration, but I mean, that's fine. And unfortunately, the number on Shell Shield means the Lumen Ring doesn't really actually help that much on Shell Shield. But, I mean, even so. Lumen Ring would be good on Scrap Pile if we had something to put it on. I mean, Scrap Pile with Mega Mimic could be good, right? Because then you could keep adding it back on. But A, you need both, and B, I still don't think it's that good. Because it still has to use... You still just have to keep spamming, and it's going to go so quickly. I think I just take Shell Shield. I think it's the best card in the set. I could have skipped too, I guess. But again, I think, right, Shell Shield is better than the swords, right? And better than Woodhead, right? So it still is upping our average card quality by taking it. So, like, I think it's a trap there to not take it. Or to consider not taking it. Alright. Pooty, Bonnie, Tiny Tyko. Pooty doesn't really help. Well, it could help with Big Berry, but I don't know. Tiny Tycho's interesting, but we need ways to increase the damage. With a Lumen Ring, it's kind of interesting, but I also don't have things to hit with, although Shell Shield might count for that. I don't know, though. I don't think so. Because I don't think it counts as hit, the same way Sun Rod doesn't. I think it has to do damage. Even if it's 0 damage, it has to have, like, an attack value to count as a hit. I don't know. We'll find out, because we'll use it on it sometime soon. If we take it. And I don't think Bonnie's worth it, because all of our health is so low. I mean, it could be okay with Spike, but even then, I don't know that it's worth it. It's so slow. And it's not giving us any other value. Pooty is not helping us enough. It like gives us an extra broad hit here, which doesn't really matter. Like applying 3 demonized everything versus 2 really doesn't make a difference, especially since we're not doing damage to begin with. Hitting twice with Big Berry could be okay, especially since it'll have 2 demonized. Like that's 20 damage, but it's random, you know. Just take Tiny Tyko, see where it ends up. All right, Glowberry fight. This could be tricky. We are definitely low on damage. Like that's our main issue at this point, is our damage output's very low. And our health pool is very, very low. The Shell Shield will help with that. But it only gets us so far. This here. Oh, let's do so much. I have to slow this down and do damage to it. With the barrage, we can kill the Berry Witch. Maybe I Tiny Tyko and Shell Shield as well. Let's get Tiny Tyko out either way. We need to slow the Earth Berry here real quick. For 2. The ordering here is unfortunate because we want to apply the Demonize first so that Big Berry kills, but that means that Walnut's getting hit. I guess that's fine. It does not count as a hit. I just wanted to check that. I didn't think it did, but it was worth checking at least. Oh, I forgot Big Berry. I was thinking of a Cloudberry Charm. Big Berry heals its allies too, so actually it's totally fine. I do need to hit this so it doesn't hit as hard. Or I can draw for the snow. That's better. Because now it'll just die at some point. Lots of Earth Berries, but no Berry Mage. So it could be okay. This one's actually still attacking first. This Goblin is getting away unless I immediately redraw and snow it. But I don't know if that's worth it. Just for the money, I don't know that it's worth it. I think I need to deal with these berries because they're doing a lot of damage lined up here. Spike with a Shell Shield is probably the way to go. But I also need to reduce the damage we're taking somewhere. This stuff is hitting hard. This one's only hitting for 3. So maybe I let that one attack. And it just starts stabbing one of the other ones. Well, let's apply this. Oh, it's not great. They still hit so hard. Something's dying here. Could just let Spike die again, in which case I should not have applied the shell shield. So that was a mistake. I mean, I could chump block one, or I could hit one so that it doesn't kill. I guess Tiny Tyko dying doesn't actually matter. I mean, it matters for this fight, but it doesn't matter for stats-wise. Getting the injury is fine. Fortunately, still no combos here. Just a little bit annoying. so far so good. Let me see if I can finagle something. Okay, the boss, the glowberry is coming in now. We're gonna have to start killing stuff. We can kill the earthberry whenever. Let's slow this earthberry so we swing first. And we'll swing on the spawn in as well. So that's fine. Unfortunately, that won't get rid of the ice block, but it's fine. Okay, well this is only hitting for 2. And then it'll die, so I guess I don't care. I'm more worried about the berry witch. And of course the glowberry is scary. We need to deal with that. The porcupine will slowly kill itself on spike if I can just maneuver. So we need to deal with the berry witch and the glowberry. So maybe let's snow stick the glowberry so it snows it for 1 turn and also... Oh, but am I going to be able to... Yeah, I might be able to kill this before it comes up with enough scrappy swords. Snows it for a turn and it gets rid of the ice block. Alright, so now with the demon eyes, the porcupine will kill itself on spike now. And the earthberry just dies here. So that dies there. I'm gonna stab the berry witch because I need to get 2 stabs in here before it attacks. And then I just gotta start snowing the queen glowberry. I'm not getting any money out of this, but that's fine. Now we can snow this for a couple turns until the big berry gets to swing in for a bunch of damage. Ooh, that's gonna... That uses one of the demon eyes. Oh, but we'll get more demon eyes here anyway. Not that it makes that big of a difference. Because it just dies. Alright, that recovered. Okay, bamboozle. It tells us the boss too. Alright, bamboozle. Give me a second. Turn on the fan. It's getting hot. Alright, we'll take our initial treasure. Heartforge. Interesting. Totem of the Goat. Also interesting with Spike, but Spike's health is so low. I mean, I could just keep stacking shield, or I could find ways to give it more health. We do already have a lot of Demon Eyes applied from Walnut. Grabber is helpful for positioning, for getting kills with Big Berry. Heartforge mostly isn't going to come up. It's not worth it at the moment. And Pepper's not even that good, even currently, even if we do get a... It applies to Pepper when Big Berry gets a kill. Which I guess is okay on Walnut, and it's okay on Tyko. But it's just like so slow. Totem of the Goat means everything just takes 4 damage against Spike, which is like pretty nice. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. There's a shop here. We probably want to go to the shop. This also gets us blings, which getting guaranteed blings is valuable, high value, since it's so hard for us to get blings. That being said, going to a shop does potentially put us in danger of not having enough money if another shop shows up, like a forced shop. But getting another traveler would be good, so we can see something if we want to replace something. And the treasures are not really helpful here. A Blingsnell Cave into the shop is basically a free charm at worst, right? Interesting. Colonel is useful here. Colonel gets us the more shell that we were talking about using for Spike. Fun Gun is nifty, but not going to be enough shroom, I don't think. We don't have enough shroom for it to really be worth it, because it only swings every 5 turns. Colonel also works well with Tiny Tyko. I mean, it's a little bit slow, but at least we can give... It's another way to give Tiny Tyko shell so that we can buff the ulti hit. Yuki is decent, but we don't have enough snow, so I think we just take Colonel. And I think we swap out... Ooh, it's hard now, though. Because I would say it's sort of serving the same role as Big Berry, but better, because Big Berry has has less health than it's supposed to. But on the other hand, yeah, see, that's what I thought. It has like half health. Oh, and actually, Spike has like half health too, right? So I guess it must just be something. There's something. Something about these bells. The thing is, Tiny Tyko works okay with Colonel, except that we don't have any way of buffing its damage. So right now it's still just hitting for 1 for each hit. So for now, Tiny Tyko is not helpful. If we get charms that help Tiny Tyko, then it could be worth it. Like a charm that increases damage. And if we put the Lumen Ring on it too, then it gets multi-hits so fast. So if we get a bonus damage charm, that would be huge. But until then, it's not doing enough damage to be worth it. How much do we get out of that? 49! What a weak Bling Snail Cave. That's the low ball. Alright, Frost Bloom's okay. Pepper Reaper's not great, though it does work well with Tiny Tyko if we have Shell applied, right? Because it does damage, triggering the extra hit, and also gives it Pepper. But not probably to an extent that it's worth it. So many Pepper cards we've been seeing, but we don't really have the synergies. It's just like one-off extra damage. I mean, Pepper does go well with Walnut because it's a multi-hit barrage attacker. I mean, I think we're going to take a crown and a charm regardless, though, and then we can figure out from there. Please be a good charm. Cake Charm. Cake Charm's strong. But I don't have anything particularly strong to put it on. I mean, Shell Shield is okay, but except we want to be able to reuse the Shell Shield. Could just be a Snow Stick or the Sun Rod just as a one-time instant proc. Probably not worth it though. It does make, like, if it's really useful on things like I mean, it could be good on the Pepper Ring if I had a way to, if I had the Pepper Flag, then it's obviously it's very good on Pepper Ring. Because then it just becomes 7 permanent pepper and gets rid of itself. It's kind of interesting on Blaze Tea. I had 6 multi-hit, but increased the counter by 6. Oh, we can't use it though. It already has Consume. So it doesn't actually work. Oh man, I don't think Pepper Ring is that good, especially because it doesn't help Spike. But it does help Walnut. And it does help Tiny Tyko if I want to swap that in for Spike. We already have the Totem of the Goat. It works well with the Barrage because it does extra damage off the not Barrage, Demonize. Because it makes the double damage, the increased damage is effectively doubled as long as we have Demonize applied. Man, I feel like I've been triggering these colors more often than usual. And I mean, Pepper's okay with Big Berry just because it makes it more likely to kill, but that's sort of just an incidental. That's good in the way that it's good with everything, right? Anything that attacks, that is. But see, it doesn't help with Spike, but then if we switch Tiny Tyko in, it does help there. I don't know if it's worth it, especially because I don't know if we have the money. We need to hold a little bit of money for in case we hit another shop. Probably goes on Colonel. Applying an extra shell is not that helpful. Applying an extra Demon Eye is not helpful. Don't have anything good to put this Lumen Ring on yet. The thing is, it doesn't really help that much on Pepper Ring either. Although it is a little bit better, but the Cake Charm is nice, like 7 extra pepper, but it's only for the 1 turn. Until we get a Pepper Flag, which, who knows. I mean, a one-time 7, extra 7 pepper on Barrage is still a lot of extra damage. Like, with Walnut, that's a 21 damage hit the next time she swings. I don't think Pepper Ring is worth it. I think we just skip. Carry on. Okay, for Bamboozle, is this what we want? I mean, we don't want Tiny Tyko in. This is probably what we want, because this means when Colonel gets hit, it gives us extra shell. Everything we have here survives the first bamboozle hit. It's going to be a little sketchy, though. Our health is very low. Alright, let's get these counters all synced up. They'll all swing before bamboozle, and Baby Snowball is going to apply a lot of extra shell here, which is nice. So we're probably just going to have to let this bamboozle swing. I don't think we're going to be able to kill it first, right? Actually, maybe I can if I get double, because that would be 16. Oh, I could. If I just hit it with a Scrappy Sword and then I rotate this around, it's behind the walnut, then it dies on turn 3. So that works. So if I just go 1, 2, Scrappy Sword here, and after we move this, that kills. We're fine with the Snowbow swinging because it just gets us extra shell. Unfortunately, this is how this is going to be. Hello, playing the daily. Fun daily today. Yeah, I'm doing the daily. This might be a different daily than you're thinking of, because I'm in Japan, so my time zone's ahead of most people. So unless you're doing the daily that showed up, you know, in the past. Well, I guess I don't know where you are. If you're up right now, you might have already done this daily too. This is the daily I played, yeah, because I'm realizing you're probably in the time zone where it was the morning for you. Tiny Tyko sweep. I mean, I have the Tiny Tyko. I don't have it in play right now because I don't have the stuff to make it worth it. But anyway, no spoilers about the run. So far, it seems okay. It seems we're in a kind of a fragile position, but should be okay. All right, so this will be lethal. I should have repositioned the other row. That was a mistake, but whatever. I don't know that it's gonna matter. Because the Demonize here does nothing, of course. We're gonna have to deal with Bam. Bam is hitting very hard, annoyingly hard. And we can use Spike with the Totem of the Goat to start to deal with Boozle and the Snowbow. Ooh, the annoying thing is... Ooh, actually, it only does 3. So we can actually put it out first, and then we can do Totem of the Goat first. So that's our next 3 plays, right? Spike, Totem of the Goat into Shell Shield. 4 HP Spike was a little scary, but getting a 4 combo in the first fight does give... I got a 6 combo in that first fight. But I agree. Yeah, I got the 6 combo in the first fight, and I got like 5 hits on the Goblin. So first fight I had 200 money, which is the way to go. Yeah, I managed to negotiate a 6 combo there. But it is like a guaranteed 4 combo. You are correct. Yeah, alright, so Spike. Totem. To deal a bunch of damage. It doesn't matter for the Snowbow, but it matters here. And then we need to Spike. We need to give Shell Shield to Spike. It kills that Snowbow. This is gonna kill again immediately. So that's great. So deal 4 damage here. Let's just start hitting this Winter Worm before it has a chance to blow us up. Dead. So now we can start snowing the Boozle. She's hitting for 2. I can block that with a I can Shell Shield. Then that'll do 4 to Grouchy. Boozle here is unfortunately hitting for 4. The Winter Worm's only hitting for 3. So that's perfectly safe. We can actually let Colonel take that so we gain more shield. So let's snow the Boozle just to stall it out. Because I also want to try to set up some combos if I can without dying. Because more stuff comes in. Snow Boozle again. This might blow up my Totem of the Goat, which would be less than ideal. But also, not the end of the world. I can... No, I can't quite. The Snowbows have 4 health. Oh, I could get a triple kill. I can set it up. I can kill Grouchy, and then we... Oh, this actually kills, like... This kills Snowbow, gets us heals. And then Walnut can hit over here on this row. And this heals those things. Yeah, this is fine. Let's get a 3 combo here. Okay, got us a little bit more money. See if we can get another 2 combo here just by stalling it out. Yeah, we should have it. We should be able to get the 2 combo here. Snow there. Snow here. That's fine. Alright. A little bit more money from that combo as well. Alright, we're back up to 159. What bell am I looking at here? Our deck is very thin, and now it's so much easier even to keep the deck thin. Although, like I said, I don't know that skipping is generally what you want to be going for, but if it comes to it, you can. Probably Fellowship. I mean, my board is only got 5 slots filled. I mean, the Woodhead doesn't really count. I just played it because I had the card to burn. And we still have a slot open, so filling it with more thing would be good. I feel like the extra combo gives more money than without it. I think, in general, I would say it doesn't. Starting with Penguin Fight, absolutely. But in general, I would say probably not. I mean, it depends on the build. It depends on the deck, too. Like, this one, all of our stuff is very synced up, because they're all 4 counter, and Smackback/Spike is really strong for building combos as well, because it's just like you can have them line up kills more easily. But in general, I don't think it gets you more money. If you're okay, and again, it depends. If you're able to, like, if you have the space to be able to set up combos, like if you're not worried about dying, then definitely, of course, because it just has a much higher potential. Like there's a higher cap on the amount of money you can make. But the thing is, you have to consider, right? If you're getting combos normally, you're getting double the money off the combos, but you would still be getting combo money even without the bell, right? It's just you wouldn't be getting as much, but you'd also be getting money for the kills and money for kills that are not in combos, right? But like, of course, when you can start with a 6 combo in Penguins, that's definitely just giving you so much extra money. It's like an extra 100 or whatever, just right off the bat, over what you would have had. But the thing is, getting a 6 combo in Penguins, you still... Actually, it's not even probably an extra 100. It's probably more like an extra 60. I think you still end up getting like 140 or something off of the money of the kills and the combos. I mean, let's see. The combo money is what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So that's 15, 75 money off the combos. And then you get 6 kills. So yeah, I mean... You get over 100 money to begin with off the combos. And with the combo, it's getting you 150 and no other extra money. The other money I got was from killing the Gobbling with a bunch of hits. Anyway, it's just, I don't think it, I think if you get enough big combos, it is obviously more money, but I don't think that's common enough for it to consistently be, to really reliably be more money. Anyway, I think we take Fellowship Bell. We don't have anything to copy. I mean, Shell Shield's good, but we need Charms or something. As is, it's probably not worth copying. Alright, it's Shell Fight. Shelled Husks, that's the name of this fight. Okay, there was a forced chop. Now, that being said, Blink Snail Cave is not a bad idea to go for, but getting... We don't have anything worth copying. A free charm is good. Another Traveler could be good. I mean, bringing Tiny Tychos back in is okay. I skipped all the pepper stuff, so Tiny Tycho's not quite as strong as it could be at this point. We need to find something to facilitate it a little bit more. Do I have anything I'd copy? No, probably not. Like I said, Shell Shield is probably the most likely thing that we would copy, but even then... Yeah, let's see what this charm is. We have a lot of companions that would be very good with some good charms. Ooh, the new and improved buff Fire Fist. Foxy's just generally so strong. Bomb Bomb, too scary, especially because all our stuff just dies to it. So it makes it so much harder. We have to put it in its row by itself every time. I mean, the damage with our Barrage Walnut, it is kind of neat. Like, it does 12 damage to the whole row after Walnut, but still not worth it. See, Fire Fist now, if I had the pepper flag, then if I had pepper flag, I would have wanted to take all the other pepper as well. So Fire Fist is better now. I mean, reducing the counter by 1 is nice, though it's still 5 counter is still so long. Like, you have to take 3 damage before each attack for it to just be 1-to-1, or be a 1 damage per turn. So you have to be taking 3 damage every 5 turns on it, which obviously that's not that much damage. Actually, the health increase is a big deal also. It's just like the extra bit of health to give you more space is pretty nice. Foxy is nice, but we still don't really have the tools to make Foxy strong. I mean, we're still just relying on charms if we take Foxy. But I mean, maybe that's worth it. Fire Fist is like a kind of reliable blocker now, at least for a bit, until we pull it to heal it. But we have some blocks from Colonel. Companion Bell good. I feel like I never need it for clunkers. Oh, because of clunkers. I think it depends on the tribe. I think the Snow Dweller tribe is the tribe where it's most useful, because you don't have clunkers, you don't have summons. So you're the most likely to have the companions needed. And beyond that, I generally find that it's stronger early or after Act 1, because your deck is not big enough for the hand bell or the draw bells to matter as much, and also the having the extra companion out matters more when you're like being able to put an extra companion in these fights makes a bigger difference. Sometimes it becomes useless by the end of the run, but that's okay. Having both of the draw bells is often overkill with regards to draw. I don't generally find you need them both, but I mean I often end up taking them both in the other tribes, because the other tribes, especially with the Shademancer tribe, I find, because Shademancers have summons, which just takes up so much space that the companion bell is much less useful. Even with the gnomes, even though their clunkers do take up board space, I still can generally find that it's useful, because you don't always want that many clunkers, or you can use clunkers to just block and die, and then you can keep filling the board and stuff. But I will say, Snow Dweller definitely is the best tribe for the companion bell. And I have found good use out of it. I've found it to be helpful. Because yeah, like before you get to the really buffed items or things like that, your companions are like the best source of consistent value. So having an extra one on the board is a lot of extra value. Anyway, what was I saying? What are we taking? Having more draw to find snow is more useful. IMO. See, I understand what you're saying, but my point is that I'm already drawing enough to get the snow as often as I need. I don't think I agree, because having an extra person out, I think, matters more at this phase. Especially because, I mean, if you have more snow in the deck, then it's not as big of a deal. Of course, right here, I can see the argument, but, like, even if I take the hand size bell, right? Currently, if I've played both clunkers out, my deck is down to 6. I'm drawing the whole deck every time, and I'm playing 1, 2, 3, like 3. I mean, I could maybe see the argument for the bell because there's only 3 cards I really want to play, which is these 3. I'll take Spike out personally since you can just get hits with Colonel to buff everything up. Spike gives us damage though after we buff it up with Colonel. Colonel can't take damage endlessly. It doesn't have any sustain, right? It has to either get pulled or get healed by Big Berry. I mean, you can rotate these two to keep it healed up, which is an option. But the thing is, applying Shell is useful, but it's not actually helping us close the fight. Spike with the Totem of the Goat is doing 4 damage on block. So having the Shell that we have along between Colonel and Shell Shield allows us to use Spike as just a 4 damage shield. Now, the thing is, our Shell doesn't really work well with Fire Fist. I'd probably just take Foxy and hope for a charm, if I'm being honest. Colonel plus Tycho's good. I agree, but we need charms. That was what I was saying to begin with. Colonel and Tycho is a good combo, but I need more damage on Tycho. Or charms or like a molten dip or something. Some sort of damage increase. Because doing just 1 damage and taking extra hits and going from 2 damage to 4 damage is fine, but it's like it's not really that big of a difference. That being said, I do think it's probably just better than Foxy because of for that reason. Let's see what our free charm is. Gnome charm. Sketchy. Could work on Big Berry. It's probably the best option. The Aimless is pretty annoying. Storm Globe is good. Frostbell is very good. Frostbell's very good, especially since we have like things like Tiny Tycho and Spike and Colonel. Unfortunately, I don't have enough for Frostbell, Crown, and Charm. How much do I value the Charm here? Frostbell's probably more valuable than a Charm in this situation. Because our health is fine, but our health is okay now that we have a lot of Shell, but like having reduced damage for swinging into Spike or Tiny Tycho is pretty big, and Frostbell just does so much frost. I think I do take the Crown, though. I still want the Crown. Probably just on Tiny Tycho or Spike. I don't know. I still need a way to buff Tiny Tycho. Because as is, it's just such... The scaling is so slow. Alright, we're just going to go for it. I'm not going to think too hard about it. I just put it on Spike. I don't know. That doesn't seem like it makes that much sense, because we just need Spike out before Colonel's things start getting hit. But then what's the alternative? What do I want? I guess Tiny Tycho starts counting, Big Berry starts counting, which is good. It's probably Tiny Tycho. Tiny Tycho has the highest potential as long as we can find a way to buff it. And of course we can always move the Crown. But currently, it still probably makes the most sense because we can put it behind Colonel. We can use the Frostbell. We can use Shell Shield to make it take hits so that we can start hitting hard. Okay, so we have to go into Shell fight now. For which we do also want to be making sure we're doing damage because we need to be able to blast through Shell. Which is even more reason why Spike is not as helpful here. Huh. Maybe I want it on Big Berry so I can just have it counting down with Walnut. Because that's a big hit, right? On turn 4, Big Berry hits for 10. Which is pretty solid. Yeah, actually, at least for this fight, that probably makes more sense. But we'll see where we end up. Because it lets us blast through the Conqueror armor before it swings. Of course, the Shell Witches are going to be annoying, but there's not really much we can do about that. And that actually helps. Okay, well, unfortunately, I can only block 1, but I can go Spike into Totem of the Goat to take this Shell Witch down to 2. And I can kill it. And then, if I rearrange these, they'll just kill the Conqueror. Because it'll be at 16, which is lethal, with Walnut into Colonel Big Berry. So we play Spike, Totem, Shell Shield. Or I could Snow Stick, so that we could then move Spike into position to tank the hit from this Shell Witch too. That actually is probably better. Okay, we can kill this Shell Witch now, which I probably do so I get the combo. I didn't rearrange them. I'm so dumb. Oh no. Crucial error. I had to put Walnut here so that the Conqueror would take an extra damage from the Colonel too. Okay, I missed out on my combo because of that, which is less than ideal. So we just do this then. Kills the Conqueror. We need to just start clearing the board, unfortunately, because we're getting reinforcements here. Oh, that was dumb. I mean, I just missed out on some combo money. It's at like 10 gold or whatever. And also, had to take an extra damage here. But that matters slightly less. Oh, this is a little bit annoying. We have to kill Prickle on our own. Which is fine, we can do that. I don't think we're killing the Goblin or slowing it down. It does drop so much money, but... I mean, I could Snow Stick it, I guess, if I think I can fit... If I have the space for it. These Shell Witches are hitting for 4. So I can use Colonel to block that. Except then they'll be lined up with this. Which is not exactly where I want them to be. I can also just Frostbell them. That's better. Frostbell, this Shell Witch dies. This Shell Witch does no damage, but takes a bunch of damage. This is going to apply a lot. We're going to get a lot of armor applied all over, which I guess is fine. We can Snow Stick the Goblin, Snow Stick, Frostbell, or we'll probably want Tiny Tyko out first if that's what we're playing, which we are. So let's play it out. So let's Frostbell. Snow Stick, gain a bunch of money because we get the hits there, which is kind of nice. It doesn't apply the shell because it died, so we only got 2 shell applied to everything. Ooh, that's nice. We'll take that. I kind of wasn't thinking about that. We don't want Tiny Tyko there. Tiny Tyko gets us a bunch of money here, which is nice. We have to start killing this Prickle on our own, so let's just start stabbing it. Snow the Goblin if I want more money. That's probably fine, right? Just keep. We need to get as much money as we can when we have the opening, Because we're not that afraid of Bulgo, right? And the Prickle, we just need to make sure we're the one killing it. So I can kill the Shell Witch here by using Shell Shield, which I think I do. Gets us closer to Bulgo. Let's line these up all here. This is getting away, so let's just kill this. And then we kill both of these if I order it like this. Right, this clears this row now. Yeah. Alright, that's nice. Okay, Tiny Tycho is just gonna die if it swings. So I may well have to pull it. And let Colonel... Yeah, just pull it. It's just gonna die if it swings, so it's meaningless. Let Colonel tank this hit so we can get some more shell over here. And we'll stab the Prickle because we need to start killing it ourselves. Because we need to kill it before our team swings, which we will. Alright, we have a Snow Stick now too. Which I do, in fact, use here. Because that reduces one of our Demon Eyes. Unfortunately, we're still missing out on some damage, but so it goes. It's fine. We should be able to basically lock it behind Snow now, since it's the only thing. Because we'll get a Snow here as well. In the meantime, I guess we just play Woodhead out as a chumper if it comes up. Should be able to basically perma-snow, though. Alright, no problem. See what our treasure is. Interesting. Don't have enough to make Spice Sparklers worth it. Well, it's kind of nice on the Frost Bell. Turning it into 2 damage also is kind of neat. And on all of our Snow Sticks and the swords, it's fine, but we don't really have much else that we care about. Fungo Blaster is useless. Mobile Campfire is interesting, but our board's pretty clogged. And we don't have that much. Actually, that's a lie. It's good on Walnut and Tiny Tycho and theoretically Foxy. But then our board is very full. At that point, we probably do cut Spike. And just let the others swing. It's tempting to bring... Whoops! Okay, it stays here. I accidentally pressed the skip button. It's tempting to bring Foxy in. But then my board is full. I mean, I could cut Big Berry too, potentially. The thing is, I can only have 2 things in the row with the Mobile Campfire. And it's probably got to be, well, it's either, we only need one of Tiny Tycho and Foxy, I think. They basically serve the same role. And the thing is, if we're not taking hits with Tiny Tycho, Foxy is obviously just a lot better, because it hits faster and it hits 3 times. But if we're taking hits and we put a Lumen Ring on Tiny Tycho, then of course it is better. Because after 1 hit, it's hitting 4 times every 4 turns, which is equal to this. And then after more than that, it's better. It's kind of hard to take hits with. Like, you have to take a hit with Tiny Tycho with a Lumen Ring. You have to take get up to 4 Frenzy for it to be equal damage-wise to Foxy. Hence why Foxy is so strong. Because Foxy also just has 2 extra health and everything. Which matters. Like, this is so low that it dies to almost everything. We do have plenty of shield, though. Ugh, this is tricky. Man, I'm taking so much longer here than I normally do on this. I mean, I already take forever on these runs, but this daily run is taking me longer than it usually does. Fungo Blaster's dead. I don't think Spice Sparklers does much, though. So, no matter what, we're taking a clunker here and filling up the board. Spice Sparklers I don't think is worth it. We just don't have enough damage from hand. I mean, it is kind of nice on Frostbell. But not nice enough, I don't think. I mean, we have enough stuff that Mobile Campfire is good. Because Mobile Campfire also, if it's in row with Wanna, it just means... Although we don't get the double Demonize then off Wanna. Which is something to keep in mind. But it's not good with Spike. And also, it's fine to cut Spike, I think, at this point. We are getting Demonized from the Totem. The question is, okay, I think I do bring Foxy in just to line it up. I think the Campfire row ends up being like these three. We have to manipulate it a little so we can get a shield on whoever's in the front. But like this is probably the row we want with the Campfire, and then this is just the other row. Because this row, double Demonized with no damage, is actually hitting for 16 with these two behind it. I should probably think about playing this Gnome Charm. The Gnome Charm on Big Berry after Wanted is also actually something to consider. Because then it just hits for 2 hits. Each of the, and since this has Barrage, anything it hits will get hit for 10. Even if it hits the same thing twice, it'll get hit for 10. So like that's actually pretty good. It's just worrying that it's going to blow itself up against something or do something we don't want. But I mean, we just have to play around that. It's probably worth it. And this is the only thing it's probably worth it on, because these are already hitting multiple times. This is not hitting for enough. The damage here is not as relevant. Maybe I could get something later where it's more worth it, but we'll just go for it. Now, where do we put this? It is probably Tiny Tyko. If we're keeping Tiny Tyko in with the Campfire, it matters. It actually... Doubling the amount of frenzy you gain is pretty strong. We just have to be able to get it to take hits. So I guess that makes this the front line, and then we just like rotate front lines here on this row, but then this row with Mobile Campfire, that's the front line. The thing is, the Totem of the Goat is gonna not get played, but I guess that's fine. It's just in the deck, and if we have a space to play it, then we play it. If we don't, we don't. Because all this other stuff is worth having, I think. Especially now that I've played the Aimless Charm there. Or the Gnome Charm. Alright, we're just going to play it out, see how it goes. I think this is fine. Still don't have anything that I want to put a Cake Charm on. Cake Charm is good, but it has to be on the right things. Gnome Traveler is Garbo. Muncher is okay, but I would just munch, what, the swords? We'll take a free Charm instead. And a Traveler, I guess. Traveler's probably useless, but we might get something good. Oh, Weakness Charm. Well, would have been... We could put that on... We had the Pepper Reaper, we could put it there. If we get Shellbow, it's great. Because then we trigger Tiny Tyko. This is... Having Tiny Tyko is a time where a Weakness Charm is good. I could theoretically just put it on a sword to hit our own Tiny Tyko with. That seems like a waste, though. There is value in junk with Tiny Tyko, theoretically, because you can hit it with the junk, but I don't think it outweighs the detriments of having junk. And as such, turning a sword into a junk is probably not worth it. Little Berry. We don't have enough healing for Little Berry. Stomple's good, especially with Mobile Campfire. Stomp with Mobile Campfire just perma-locks the front, whatever it's hitting. Blunky is fine. Decent with Mobile Campfire, because it hits every 2 turns. I mean, I think I'm leaving the board as is. I could maybe replace Foxy, because Tiny Tyko is sort of serving the purpose that we want Foxy for, and I don't think having multiple is going to make as much of a difference as having, you know, Snow or something. Or, I mean, I probably don't need Blunky. Blunky's also similar, where it's just kind of rapid damage, so goes well with here, but we already have that covered here, and potentially with, and this is also, this row is hitting hard if we have them all lined up. Snobble is more snow, which is nice. It's probably more valuable here. Lined up with the campfire, it just locks it. The block is not as important because we have Kernel, we have Spell Shield, and we have Frost Spell, all as damage mitigation. So we don't need the block from Blunky. The snow is just helpful against things like Smackback. And against things that... And it's just useful to slow stuff down, even though we have other damage mitigation. Still, it's just extra damage mitigation, or damage... like stall damage prevention in a way. Oh, it actually mentions that it freezes reactions too. I think because it used to just say cannot act while it's snowed or something. Cannot trigger. But they made it a little bit more clear. If I were going to play Blunky, I'd probably just play Foxy instead, so I'll take Snobble. I don't know if I... Yeah, I guess I'd probably play Snobble. Foxy's a lot of damage. But that's probably fine. Okay, Woolly Drek fight. The Woolly Drek fight did get adjusted. Specifically the Drek's damage, and the Bigfoot hits Barrage now instead of Aimless. So it's kind of interesting. Positionally, it's Barrage and Aimless affect your board similarly, but the damage output is different. Now, not hitting a single thing for 7 is nice, though. But I don't know what the Barrage is what, like, I don't think it might be like 5 or something. So it's kind of scary. I probably want this on Tiny Tyko now. Though I don't know. I do kind of want the campfire out as soon as possible as well now. It's Brush 5. Ooh. That's scary. But until you have a full board out, the positionally it's similar. There's the campfire. There's a spell shield. So we can shell shield, take a hit to buff this, and then campfire to blow things up. It's probably fine. What's the third card? What other cards am I playing? The Snow Sticks. I'll probably play the Totem of the Goat out as well. Although then my board's pretty full. So actually I don't know if I play the Totem. Maybe just the Snow Sticks on the Bigfoot probably then. Just so we can try to kill it before it swings. Or it's... I think I want to let the Gromble swing first once into the Tiny Tyko just to buff it. So let's do that, and now we can think about where we want to put this snow. Because we can actually kill the Bigfoot here if I snow it once. And then I could snow the Gromble as well. That probably is fine. Or snow the Drek. I unfortunately cannot just kill the Drek. Oh, wait. I do a bunch of damage to the Drek this way. But this gets us... Huh. It's hitting 4 times. Yeah, I guess this is fine. Let's get some of these guys all out. Lining up our counters. So hitting for 3 and absorbing. Oh, they also adjusted the no. Yeah, what did this normally start at? I can't even remember. In any case, it's about to absorb this Gromble, and I guess that's fine. Let's just get something in behind it to get some shield. Do I want the Big Berry for the swings, or do I want Snobble out? Well, Big Berry being synced up probably is better for combo purposes, because Snobble just is there to lock something whenever it gets out. We do want to play Snobble here, though. Okay, the Grombles are here, and that's fine. Put this here. We want Tiny Tyko taking one and Colonel taking the other. Now, who do we want getting the shield? Or the shell? Yeah, probably just Walnut. And now, what are the other two cards we're playing? Frostbell. Oh, I guess I could just negate some damage here, too. Yeah, I probably shell... Okay, so we'll probably do it like this, then. Because I probably Frostbell here to affect these as well. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to stop this goblin from getting away because I don't have any snow. Oh, I could. No, this doesn't hit him. I could Sun Rod just to try to get the damage, just to get a hit in on it, but I could also just stab it. Dang, this is up to 6 now, though. This is where it's at. How can I order this like that? Except the rows are different now. Except this is going to blow this row up, so it will all be in this row. Okay, this is just blowing up everything. So let's just try to get some money then. That's all we can really do here. Just get an extra 8. If I trigger this immediately, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we do get a bunch of extra money that way. And then everything else swings. Unfortunately... No, I guess it's fine. Okay. So maybe I'll just do that. Yep, got a 4 combo out of it. Woolly Drek did not quite die, but it will die now. To the Snobble. So let's just Shell Shield something. There's the big loot. Okay, got a Pawpaw, which we'll have to deal with. Actually, it'll get killed by it. With the campfire, we should be able to just kill it in 2 hits. So whatever attack, we'll only have to take 1 teeth trigger. And luckily, a lot of our counters now are synced up on 3, which is nice. Tiny Tyko's at 2. So we're going to be playing, what? Snow Rods. Probably 1 Snow Rod on Gromble. How do I want to deal with this Pawpaw, actually? Yeah, I guess I just gotta let something swing into it. I mean, if Tiny Tyko swings into it, it takes 6 damage, but it lives. And I guess that's fine. I probably just snow the Biglu. That's the biggest concern, right? Or the Bigfoot. I do need to deal with this Bigfoot at some point. Depending on how the aimless hits, it might just die, though, if I have this all lined up here when it swings. Or when it pops. And I will be able to stab it after it happens, if it doesn't die. So I guess we're not worried about the Bigfoot. We're kind of fine with the Gromble swinging, too. So let's just snow the Biglu. To break the block and just to get it. Swinging. And so that it doesn't swing as soon. I guess I Frostbell here to prevent the 2 damage. Because as is, this is going to take 6 from swinging into Pawpaw. And 2 from this, leaving it at 1, which is fine. But I guess we can prevent 2 damage. That's also not bad. Oh, except this will trigger this, so we would gain the 2 damage, extra damage there. Actually, we'd gain, like, a lot of damage. We would die for that. So never mind. Hello, how are you? Hope you're having a good day. So I guess we just let Tiny Tyko go to 1. And Tiny Tyko goes up to 8 hits, which is pretty neat. Okay. Now we just played this out like that. A cold, but I'm managing. Hope your day is good so far. Yeah, thanks. I mean, I'm sorry to hear you have a cold, but I hope you feel well soon. And I'm doing pretty good. Trying out the new Wildfrost patch, so that's fun. And other than that, just kind of a normal day. Kind of warm, which is unpleasant, but so it goes. Alright. Fight done. Sweet, Blinksdale Cave is nice. Ooh, Truffle fight. Time to blow up Truffle. I feel like I blow up Truffle every time I encounter him. Shade Sculptor or Treasure? Oh, I wish I had something to duplicate. I mean, I guess I could make something to duplicate. Huh, maybe I actually apply Cake Charm to something and duplicate it now then. The thing is, what would it be? The Shell Shield could be nice. How many times am I playing Shell Shield? This is slightly doubling the effect of Shell Shield. The thing is, am I playing it more than 2 times? I don't actually think I am, right? How many times did I play it that fight? Like, well, I am playing it more than 2, but am I playing it enough to be worth it? Especially if I Cake Charm it and then Shade Sculptor it, then playing it twice is worth 18 shell, and then I don't have to keep redrawing it. And 18 shell is probably as much as I'm going to need. Right? More or less. Because I'm just, like, Colonel's getting me shell now as well. Big Braid is letting me heal stuff a little bit, but we have a lot of damage mitigation in the form of the Frost Spell also, and the Colonel. I mean, the Shell Shield, I keep saying Spell Shield. Shell Shield is some of the damage mitigation. How many times? I'm trying to remember how many times I played it. I know I played it on Tiny Tyko. Twice. Yeah, twice, because I got it up to like 8. I got it up to 7. It was at 7 at one point, meaning I had to have used it twice, unless Colonel triggered. I think I do Cake Charm the Shell Shield and then just Shade Sculptor it. Because that actually is a pretty good card then, right? Like, apply 9 shield, shell, and then consume. It's basically a cake, shell cake, right? Shell cake is 12 shell, reduce health by, is it by 3 or is it by 2? Either way, it's similar numbers, and it doesn't actually require us to have a minimum health, because the shell cake doesn't work on Tiny Tyko because it doesn't have the health to support it. It just dies. And then it consumes, and then we'll have 2 of them. Yeah, that's probably fine. Like, this is, we're playing 2 cards to get 4 shell shields worth of shell. We're not going to play the single shell shield 4 times. I mean, again, as always, it's kind of the cake, not the best use of a Cake Charm, because in the sense that from a numbers perspective, it's just roughly doubling, when Cake Charm can theoretically as much as sextuple the amount of value you get if it's something that only applies 1. There's the Shell Bow. Oh, man. Well, it's fine. We can just shell. That's actually Shell Bow Weakness Charm is exactly what we're hoping for. And now it's all the more reason to have used it here, because we want to get rid of it. Though we would rather have duplicated the Shell Bow, because that's just better, right? Like a Weakness Charmed Shell Bow, you can just spam so much. Well, we're definitely taking that. Pink Berry Juice is interesting, but actually Shell Bow is basically just serving us better at this point. Palm Bomb could be good if we had charms to support it, but we don't. Because we don't really, yeah, it's fine. We'll take a crown, though. We definitely want a crown. And we're definitely taking at least 1 charm here. Question is, what else? Is the Pink Berry Juice worth it? Probably not. There's a battle charm, too. We have both sword charms now. Battle Charm and Weakness Charm, the two counterparts. Like, imagine putting it on the same thing. Just do nothing. 2 charms to do nothing. Oh, Weakness Charm is definitely going on Shellbow. We're never going to get something that we'd rather put it on over Shellbow. Like, that is what we're looking for. I think I crown... It's tempting to crown the Mobile Campfire, but I think it's better to crown the Big Berry or the Snobble because the counter matters more. We'll probably get the Mobile Campfire in time for it to be helpful without needing to crown it. I mean, the Battle Charm probably does go on Tiny Tyko, right? Just like, that's the most... That's immediately getting us 2 extra damage. It's theoretically could be okay on Wanna, but we're okay with getting 0. The value is the Demon Eyes here. The damage is just, it would be nice, but it doesn't matter as much. Although Big Berry is okay too. But Tiny Tyko's hitting so many times if we can set it up properly. And now that we have so much shell, it's very easy to set up Tiny Tyko. So now, yeah, Tiny Tyko definitely going to be sweeping the rest of this run at this rate. This just gets us more damage right off the bat without the Mobile Campfire, which is big. And then the Mobile Campfire still is doubling the damage, so still a lot of extra damage. And multi-hit means we don't even have to worry about, like, overkilling a single target by much. Battle Charm on Snobble just perma-locks it, but so does the Mobile Campfire. And beyond blocking something, the damage on Snobble doesn't really matter. And that's almost certainly going on Tiny Tyko. And if we do that, then we need the Mobile Campfire even less. Honestly, Big Berry we don't even need that much anymore. It could arguably just be Shellbow even. Just to get the shell applied early so that we can start tanking hits with Tiny Tyko early. Huh. That actually might be the play. We definitely basically play Shellbow as soon as we draw it, but I guess we don't need to play it in the opening hand. Getting the counters ticking is probably more valuable. Like on Snobble, so we can just have something locked down from the get-go, as long as it swings first. Alright, am I taking another charm, or am I taking a Snow Cake? Probably don't need the Snow Cake now that we have Snobble and Campfire, and we have Snow Sticks as additional snow. Palm Bomb's... I don't think Palm Bomb's worth it. Palm Bomb, we've had some fun runs with Palm Bomb, but I don't see this one being it. And similarly, Pinkberry Juice. Even though Pinkberry Juice I think is strong, I don't think it's helpful here, because we already have so much shell. Probably just save the money in case I run into another forced shop. And we put this on Tiny Tyko. Alright. Up to 2 charms on Tiny Tyko. Alright, we should... I mean, with this build, I think we basically obliterate Truffle, right? Like, more or less. Because Truffle is not really that scary, as long as we can block enough of the damage on the attack turns. Or, like, find our ways to time the damage. Like, we'll take 4 from the initial swing, and then hit for a bunch. We do have to deal with the Pop Shroom and the Shroom Gobbler, of course, but that's fine. I mean, Shroom Gobbler just dies when we swing, as long as we swing first, and the Pop Shroom we can find ways to deal with. Alright, we got both Shell Shields, a Mobile Campfire, and a Frost Bell. And that's what we're playing here. The Pop Shroom is a little scary. I think I tank. I use Pop Shroom to tank or Woodhead to tank the Pop Shroom. Instead of what? I play double Shell Shield, Woodhead, Campfire, yeah. And I don't need the Frost Bell. I mean, the Frost Bell reduces the damage I take by 4 here. Well, 6, because this will hit 2 things. But I mean, whatever, right? So let's make sure we play everything that we need. 1, 2, ooh, I do want this here to snow that. That's fine. 3. But I am getting less... Okay, wait. Never mind. This is the lineup. There we go. Well, I mean, this is dying. Everything's getting blown up. But I want everything blown up, and then I can hit with Wannet to get the Demon Eyes applied to everything in the row. Okay, this tanks that. This blows that up. And then, because this lets Tiny Tyko take an extra hit here, so we get extra triggers, because we'll have enough enough shell to survive it. Okay, the split kind of went. It was just one split, which in retrospect is obvious. I could have figured that out, but it's fine. There's the shell bow, our weakness charmed shell bow. We probably play Big Berry. So what's the 4 cards? Big Berry, Shellbow, Snow Stick, Snow Stick. Probably. So let's play Big Berry first to get it counting. Everything synced up now. Is this gonna swing before we are able to? No, not if we Snow Stick. So let's just Shellbow here. We don't really even need to Shellbow the Tiny Tyko any further. None of this stuff is attacking. Let's just Snow Stick Shroodles so it doesn't get to attack anytime soon. Because we can always stab the Puffball. What's the better way to do this? This is probably fine. Lovely. We can even stall for a few turns to get a little bit more of a combo even. Because our deck is not in danger. Yeah, now we have another 5 swing before anything else attacks. And I can kill the Puffball so that I don't have to worry about it attacking. Whatever, doesn't really matter. Let's rearrange this, because now we have this all lined up. So we can get all this stuff here. Let's kill that, so we can guarantee a little bit more combo. Alright, these are all swinging for a bunch of damage, which... whatever. I don't think it's much of a concern. They're hitting for 12 total. We can basically block all of that. Probably block it like this, I guess. Just so we get extra, because this is hitting for 12. I mean, that does get our shell pretty low, but not low enough. I can also kill one, but I actually think I wait so I get more combo, right? And I also get Frostbell here to reduce the damage by a lot. Up to 10. All right, now when that swings, we're blowing everything up. So let's just start chipping away at some stuff. Chip away at the Shroom Gobbler a bit. So that it dies more easily, or dies to 2 hits. I could snow it, or I was gonna just take the hit so it gets an extra 2 attacks, which I guess I do. But now the attack doesn't even matter. I don't even want to use any of this stuff. Well, I guess I could snow something. Alright, and now everything blows up. Lots of extra money. I love Truffle. It gets us so much money when you have a setup that can hit... It can just kill a bunch of stuff, or has a bunch of multi-hit, or barrage. Which spell do we want? We generally have 4 cards to play at this point, right? I mean, when we have the mobile campfire and the units, we definitely are playing those. But after, when our deck is empty, these are consumed. We're playing what? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess that's playable. That's 4 cards that are playable. And it's how many cards in deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Handbell is more valuable. Well, we're gonna have the Woodhead being a dead draw and making it not quite work. But as long as we're able to draw our 7 cards, we pretty much always have 4 cards we can play. Snow Stick, Shell Shield, or Frostbell, Shellbow. Honestly, though, it is tempting to just take the Bell because we don't really care to play Snow Stick that much, especially with Snobble out and all of our damage, all of our Shell making the damage much less of an issue. I mostly just want to be playing what? Shellbow, Frostbell. I want to be playing Shellbow, and then whatever else between Frostbell and the Snow Sticks comes up. So actually, I think I should take the Bell, because the Shellbow is the only card I really need to be playing. Okay, Hogs. We take a Charm here, definitely, because our deck is pretty much fine. Most cards are not going to be better. I mean, there might be some stuff that's good, but not worth worrying about, because a Charm is definitely gonna be, well, not definitely, probably something that'll be helpful. And we might get a Bread Charm, but ooh, Shield Charm. That's pretty marginal, but it is nice extra value on things that are killing. Specifically, Tiny Tyko lets us just keep snowballing with Shield. But that's our last Charm slot. The alternative is Big Berry, who then gets more Shield on top of the kills, but we're not really tanking with Big Berry that much. So it's probably just Tiny Tyko, but that's our 3rd Charm. Is there any other Charm we're going to want to put on? More damage charms, maybe? I might just wait and see what before the end is. Although it is pretty helpful against this fight, because there's a lot of stuff, and we can clear it out and gain a bunch of shell in the process. Snow is going to be helpful in this fight, of course, because there's Smackback to worry about. But we have Snobble, we have our Snow Sticks. I mean, it's either got to be Tiny Tyko or Big Berry. Nothing else is killing, so... And Tiny Tyko's getting more kills, probably, so... I guess it's Tiny Tyko. It's just going to be sad if we get a Chuckle Charm and a Cheltworm we want to apply. Or just in general, if we get a Charm we want to apply, even without a Chuckle Charm, it'll be a little sad. But what could even be helpful? Just, yeah, a Health Charm, or a Damage Charm. I mean, yeah, like a Moose Charm would be good. Or no, which one? The Hog Charm, right, is the one that gives us +7 health and hog-headed. Moose Charm would be okay too, I guess. That's the one that's... No, that's the one that gives you extra counter. We don't really want that. That's probably not worth it. But like any of the damage charms, like the Berry Charm would be good too. Right. Raspberry would be fine. I still don't have this... What? Isn't this the... Is this a new charm? I just realized, because I'm pretty sure I had all the charms before, because I've done all the achievements. Wait, is there a new one? What am I missing? I don't know, whatever. Anyway, the Hog Charm is the one I was thinking. That one would be good, because we don't want to pull Tiny Tyko if we don't have to. That's the main charm that could be helpful at this point. But even that mostly doesn't matter, because we have enough shell, mostly, that it's fine. I'm increasingly realizing I probably do want to crown Shellbow, because it triggers Colonel as well, and Tiny Tyko. It's actually so good with Tiny Tyko and Colonel, now that I think about it. But the Snobble, having the Snobble out is also good. But I don't... And especially in this fight, it's extra helpful to have Snobble out, so we can snow stuff. So for this fight, we'll keep it here, but we might switch this afterwards. Do I need the Shield Charm? Do I need to use it? I probably don't need to use it right now. But I don't think I would ever put it anywhere else other than Tiny Tyko. I guess this is effectively a bunch of extra health. So the more I think about it, this is like the same as a Hog-Headed Charm. as long as we get a couple kills. Yeah, okay, sure. Extra damage could be okay, but I don't think it's worth it. It's even a concern at this point. Like, it's doing so much damage, it doesn't really matter. Alright, let's go hogs. Oh, it's giving me the tutorial because I never saw it because I played before this was a tutorial. Warthog has a reaction effect. Like counters, reactions can be frozen with snow to stop the effect from occurring. Yeah, this is a reaction effect of smackback. So do they add the reaction effect now for things that aren't smackback? Because this used to just be smackback, but things that were like, well, this doesn't have it. Because I guess this doesn't get snowed. But like, yeah, I don't know. Interesting. Alright. Thanks, Sunny. We got our Shellbow. That's good. What are our 3 cards? Shellbow, Shell Shield, Frostbell. Easy. So what's the order, though? Frostbell first, so that Tiny Tyko gets a bunch of stuff. Well, Frostbell before these, at least. Actually, we probably play the Shellbow first, though, so we can trigger a bunch of stuff. Let's apply this to our leader. We're gonna have to manually slow the hog, otherwise it's gonna smack back on Tiny Tyko. Well, we could rearrange it. We could just make Snobble go in the correct order, because we have to kill the hog and then that. It's a little bit hard to be that precise about it, though. So I think the correct answer is just gonna be to snow stick the warthog before it comes up. Which is to say, we might as well do it now. Well, we can do it next turn, although we could rotate, but I guess we don't have to. We'll just play a Shell Shield to get it out of our deck. And then snow. Let's do this. I mean, everything's just gonna die, so. None of the other things matter. But that is something. Let's rotate. Now we can sync up Big Berry as well. Get Big Berry into play and synced up. Though again, as long as we snow the warthogs, none of that's gonna matter. Wish I could stop this gobbling. I didn't think about that. My last snow stick is at the bottom of my deck. Unfortunate. I could just stab it. I don't need to play the Shell Shield. I just stab it for a little bit of extra money. 8 extra blings. That's fine. Oh, I do need this. I do need the snow. Oh, let's do this order. There we go. Okay, I was like, uh-oh, I'm gonna get smacked here. But actually, I'm fine. I was thinking I needed to redraw for the snow on this, but actually this works. So we can just get this out of our deck. Unfortunately, we're missing out on the damage from, or the extra hits on Tiny Tyko, but not relevant, because we're dealing 1,000,000 damage when Tiny Tyko swings. Already, an extra 2 or so hits is not, or 4 hits is not going to make a difference. Oh my goodness, it keeps going. Like, the board just dies once Tiny Tyko swings. That's fine. There's no sense we're thinking about this at this point. We just need to keep Warthog snowed when it comes up now. So, whatever. Just start snowing Warthog. Alright. And now everything blows up, and we win. Goodbye. Yeah, keeps ticking your wild up, that's fine. You're just gonna get chipped to death, goodbye. And we keep swinging. Get our 6 combo. And she keeps swinging. Oh boy. Times 28. That's pretty big. That's probably as high as we're going to get, because that fight we take a lot of free hits. That's probably as high as we're going to get. I don't think I've ever seen a frenzy higher than that so far. I mean, there's like combos and stuff where you can kind of get it arbitrarily high, but I mean, as far as just like playing it, the fight more or less normally. Alright, here's the... Alright, we're just gonna sweep through. We're not really concerned at this point. Go to Charm Merchant. Oh, I want the crown, though. Ooh, Muncher lets me get my deck down to 1 hand. Yeah, I guess that's better, because we can just spend all our money. And we can get rid of these swords that are dead. And the Woodhead is actually dead. That's actually better, because the Woodhead's dead. Honestly, the Totem of the Goat is arguably dead as well. Yeah, I guess that's probably the case. But I think I'll still just get rid of the sword. I don't think the sword is much less dead. If I'm being honest. Wow, lots of shroom in this one. And pepper. Not pepper worth taking, though. None of this really worth taking. Just take 3 charms. Might as well, right? Balance charm. Whew, Turian charm. It's +4 now, not +5, but still. Snowball charm. That would have been nice on Tiny Tyko. That's actually nice on Walnut, actually, though. I could just put the Durian charm on... Ooh. Honest, just make a strong sword. A 6 damage sword. That's probably fine. That's probably the best option. This goes on Snobble. Yeah. Actually, I could go on my leader, too. Going 3-3-3 on the leader would be pretty decent. Yeah, that probably makes more sense. Especially if I also apply a Snowball Charm. 3 health is a little bit scary, but if we crown the Shellbow, then it's a non-issue. Or less of an issue. Which I think I do. This could go on also on like the Frost Bell or something, the Snowball Charm, but it's fine. This is hitting, I guess, often as we'd be hitting the Frost Bell anyway, because we can only hit it once per redraw, which is every 3 turns, so this is hitting twice every 3 turns, so that's actually better. And then the Durian Charm, I mean, it just goes on a sword, right? Like, all the other cards we actually, if we ever use them, we want the value out of it. They're more valuable than just hitting for damage. And our... Yeah. So let's just put it on the sword. Just make ourselves a nice, Oh. It is good on Foxy. Speaking, I forgot Foxy was down here. Turns Foxy into a 15 damage, or 5 damage per turn. But I mean, we're not playing Foxy, so... I could see playing Foxy instead of Big Berry at this point, though. If I'm being real. Because what is Big Berry doing? Just being a 4 counter, 2 double strike, 5 damage. Because we're not using it to block. We have plenty of shield to block. We're not using it to heal because we have plenty of health, and we're not also not really killing with it that much. So maybe we just put this on Foxy. And we swap Foxy in. That actually is probably better. And because the health is also pretty similar regardless. Up you go, Foxy. Do I crown Foxy instead of something? Instead of Snobble? I think I do. I mean, Snobble's useful. The snow is good to have. But this is just a ton of damage now also. And with the shell bow and such, and the campfire, like, we're just blasting damage through now. Yeah, that's probably fine. And we'll still get Snobble soon enough, probably. What would we need snow for, potentially, that we're concerned about? Spike Wall? That's about it. The Mega Mimic, but we can deal with the Mega Mimic just by killing the stuff around it or whatever. Ice Sword's annoying, but snow doesn't help us there. Wait, was there more charms? No, I bought them all. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I think we're pretty much fine. I don't think we're in danger. So there's the spike wall, but we'll need to snow that. But as long as we get some snow on it, we can just blast through it. Which we will get in our opening hand, one way or another. So what do we want this armor? What do we want the shell on? We definitely want to hit Tiny Tyko and Colonel in some order. And then I guess just our leader, because that's the most important. To keep the health up on. Oh, I should probably... Nah, it's fine. So there's Snobble. And a Snow Stick. So let's play Snobble out to get the counter going. We want Tiny Tyko taking the hit, even though it's going to apply Frost? I guess? Because the first one lets us clear a bunch of stuff, so that's worth it. Right now it's hitting for 4. This will go to 6, so it'll still be hitting for damage, and that's fine on the clunkers. With the campfire, in fact, it'll still be hitting for 4. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kill, 6. And it'll be left to 2 scrap. So that's fine. I was not... I forgot. I was super dumb. I was thinking, I forgot Mega Mimic is triggered when any ally attacks, not just in the row. I was thinking of it as a Mimic. What did it just kill? Snobble? Okay, that's slightly more annoying. The Snobble was useful for applying snow. Now we have to manually apply snow everywhere. Okay, that's certainly a little bit annoying. I'll be honest. I mean, our leader applies snow now too, so there is that. Okay, this is hitting for 8. It's fine. I could even tank the hit here. Or I just use a shell shield to tank the hit. I didn't move the campfire! I'm punting all over the place. Oh man, major punt. That would have just flipped the Guardian. Well, we'll just pretend I'm playing for combo. Because it'll get blown up as soon as we attack it. So as long as we snow stick it once, we're fine. Because we at least did this before the wave hit. We were just doing it for combo potential. That's what it was. Let's snow stick it once. We need to do that. We want to do it before everything else comes in. Just for the 1 less damage. Okay, that clears that, which is nice. Okay, actually... I think I want to kill this, so I just need to hit it once also. Alright, yeah, we're just blowing up the board here. Okay. None of this matters. That lets us kill the stuff that spawns in, though, so I guess we do want to kill this immediately, and then everything spawns in, we kill it all. No, what's its name? To cause us to have to deal with, taking a bunch of... Or to getting snowed. Uba Bear snowing us. So that's good. This Grizzle would be scary, except we're just gonna blow it up here, so that's great. And the Porcupine. This is lethal. Alright, Snobble dying did not matter. Alright, GG. Yeah, that was, in no danger. Despite punting twice in that final fight. Ooh, global rank 131. Not bad, not bad. Alright, what time is it? Oh, I got 1 hour. That run did take me a little longer than usual. I mean, well, it normally takes me about 2 hours, but still. Usually I end it before 9. Alright, let's try to do a lightning round. Maybe we'll try to actually go faster, except I say that every time and it never happens. What am I missing? Is there a charm here? I have all these, which I knew. It's like BL something, right? BL. Because it's not going to be BM or BN. Or it could be BO also. Like, if it was like... what? Bob Charm. Was it in the patch notes? It might be in the patch notes. It feels like it would have been in the patch notes, but I don't remember. Let me pull up those patch notes again. I didn't see either of the new enemies. Well, they only appear early, and one of them's only an Infernoka fight, which we didn't get, so... was I just missing a charm? Maybe I was just missing a charm this whole time that I don't remember. Whatever. I'll figure it out later. It's not worth concerning myself with at the moment. Kane 3 on kill is neat, but difficult to get. Apply 1 bomb every 3 turns. It's not very much bomb, but it is hitting pretty frequently. And 7 health's okay. 12 health is good. 5 health is not great, but we do gain block on kill, but only hitting for see, the thing is, only on kill makes these difficult. This does snowball slowly if we get a way to hit like multi-hit or barrage or something, although the palm charm is not going to help because that puts it at 0 damage. We'll just see how a bomb run goes, I guess. Three damage every 3 turns is okay. And applying bomb means it is increasing in value. Sure. And, who do we want to go with it? Probably Snoof. That probably makes the most sense. It slows them down a little and also hits frequently, taking more advantage of the bomb. Ooh, alright, Penguin fight to start. Should be fine. Oh man, I haven't played the gnomes in a while. Like, it's been a while since I had a gnome run. Teeth Charm. Or Tiger Charm. It's a little bit annoying, but we can just kill that, so it's fine. With a Gear Hammer. But there is a gnome here that we kind of... I don't think I can avoid killing it. Yeah, unless I pull something here. Hey, thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream, and hope you're having a good day, or morning or evening, whatever time. For anybody dropping by, hello, welcome. Hope you're having a good day as well. Gotta run for lunch. Good luck with the run. Thanks. Have a good lunch. I mean, I kind of want to keep the naked gnome alive because, for one, you always got to try to keep the gnome alive, right? And for two, it does go okay with having a bomb applied. Now, the issue is, how do I do that? I guess I have to pull Snoof. That's the only way, because otherwise we're killing it no matter what. So let's... What are the cards I'm playing? And then I could kill this Penguin, which I do, so that we take less damage. And I have Ink, so that I could... I mean, I could use it here, but this is just going to die. I could Sun Song box something. I could do that. That's probably worth it. Oh, you know what? That was a mistake. I should have let Snoof tank this hit. That was a mistake. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I should have put Snoof in front to tank the one hit because I was pulling it to heal it anyway. Is it going to matter? I don't think so. But it is something to keep in mind. Well, let's play Junkhead out. And we might even just redraw here. Well, I could start stacking up this Gear Hammer, I guess. Kill you. Oh, shoot. I need to snow myself if I don't want to kill the gnome. I did not process the timing here correctly. Snow myself for 2 turns. Ink the goblin, keep it around a little bit longer. Play out Snoof. Let Junkhead tank the hits, although I kind of want Junkhead to take a big Peng hit, so let's not. I guess it still can if I just kill this Penguin to get a little bit more combo damage as well, I guess. This lets me play the Sun Song box too. Not that it really matters. I didn't really do that properly for combo purposes, but oh well. I should try to get a kill here, because otherwise Snoof is going to kill. Alright, that's fine. Saved the gnome. Got some money out of the deal. Let's go, naked gnome. Alright, we've got berries up first. Alright, so let's try to play this run quick, right? I say that every week, but let's actually try to do it this time. Let's try not to think too hard. But then my streak's gonna die if I don't think hard enough. Traveler's more valuable here. Although we do have Gnome to fill it out slightly, but the money's good. Charms would be good too, but treasure probably doesn't matter currently. We need to figure out what we're doing first. 57. Pretty middle of the road, slightly under what we would hope for. We usually want over 60. Like that's sort of the threshold we're aiming for. Don't really have that much junk. Don't really have a need for Bonnie or Jumbo. So I mean Tinkerson maybe is the play. It turns our junk that we get and have into swords. Which, I mean, they work okay with the bomb, although it's not great. Jumbo is also kind of a tank, I suppose. The damage it does is mediocre. But that's true of Tinkerson as well, I suppose. We do kind of need a tank now that I look at it, so I guess we'll just take... Although Tinkerson Court sort of acts as a medium tank as well. Or just like an okay blocker. I don't know, I think Jumbo's still pretty bad, to be honest. Outside of specific situations. We're probably going to replace with whatever we get here anyway. Like BG. So BG got buffed with more health, right? Which is important because that's how we increase the bomb applied, so that's good. And Fizzle got nerfed with less health. They were both, that makes sense, because both Fizzle was a bit strong, BG was a bit weak. I mean, I think BG still, at 8 health is a little bit more manageable, still not a lot. Minimika's good with junk, but not good with Tinkerson, although we're cutting Tinkerson, because we're just playing whatever we pick here. Probably has to be BG. Minimika's tempting, but Minimika's better in combo situations, because as it is, we don't have enough junk to make it worth it. Like, it takes so long to scale it, right? This only works, Minimika's the best when you have a combo in hand so that you can play a bunch of junk starting turn, and of course they've made that not work anymore. Blunky is just a better Naked Gnome, but we still probably would rather take the bomb. I don't know if BG's quite at the point where I'd say she's good, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I probably want to move this crown, right, onto BG, so BG can start taking hits and ticking up early. Alright, berry fight. Okay, Ink shuts off Earthberry, which is great. Berry Witch with a Sun Charm means we have to deal with it sooner rather than later. So we'll hit it twice. And then we'll ink the Earthberry, because this gets it 2 turns worth of ink since it's on a 3 counter. And then this kills the Berry Witch. Alright, well that's just getting blown up, which is fine. Yeah, this is fine too. It makes it so she hits for 1, while also, and I mean the counter mostly didn't matter. Okay. So this is still doing 0 damage on its next attack. We have 2 more Earthberries in play now. We got a critical Snowzuka off the top. Got both of our other characters to play. Naked Gnome kills the Earthberry, but we're not worried about it going anytime soon, so we'll have it hit into this Earthberry. I didn't get the... I am going to have to Snowzuka probably the top Earthberry so that it doesn't hit, because it's hitting hard. But in the meantime, we play both of our guys out. Do I want the Naked Gnome out first so that it swings into the Earthberry first? Yeah, actually, I think I do. Although having the Snoof out lets us snow the Gobbling, potentially. Actually, no, not quite, because this will still be there when that happens. And then we have to critical snow this Earthberry. This will hit for 1, that's fine. Unfortunately, I cannot prevent the Gobbling from getting away. So we'll just stab it once to get our money's worth, or to get a bit of money out of it. We can kill this Earthberry. I guess is probably fine. Getting some bomb applied here wouldn't be bad. but also probably not really concerned. Oh, we have the ink, right? I forgot ink was in the top of our deck, so that just shuts down Glowberry when it comes down to it. So we're not worried about that at all. Let's just clear this row out then. So we can kill the Berry Witch with 2 swings. Porcupine will live, but we can kill it another way. Alternatively, I could just let the Junkhead tank a hit and kill the Porcupine. Ooh, I could have gotten combo out of that. Oh well. Doesn't matter. This is dead. It's got 7 bomb. Any hit kills. Anyway, we missed some combo money, but that's how it goes. Nothing really to Shade Sculpt. I mean, yeah, nothing really. And we're pretty good on Travelers. This is pretty okay. I mean, we could replace Gnome with something. Snoof potentially as well. But they're both okay. Charm is good. Treasure? There could be some good treasures, actually, at this point. Oh, and then we got Infernoco Boss. We'll get to see the new Mini Moko, which will be much less scary than Makoko. Let's just take Charm. I don't have anything worth shade sculpting, so Block Charm's nice. See what our cards are. Bink got nerfed, understandably. Bink was very strong, as I would always talk about. Like, it did so much ink. Still does a lot of ink, to be honest. All enemies for 2 ink is, like, pretty good. Sunglass Chime is good, but not as relevant because a lot of our stuff is hitting fairly frequently, although it's still not bad. It's a blocker that triggers all of our stuff, and applying all of this bomb and everything, swinging everything after BG is like a bunch of damage. That is tempting. Lumen Lantern, I think, still not worth it. Yeah. Because it just takes too long. It's just too slow with cards and stuff. If I put the Block Charm on the Naked Gnome, I would literally turn it into a Blunky. That's kind of funny. I don't think I do. I think I put it on BG because BG wants to be getting hit. But it is funny to imagine that I could just create a fake Blunky. Bink is good. Sunglass Chime is good. What's more important? I'm leaning towards Bink. I feel like the negating abilities is going to be more valuable for us than getting our attacks in an extra time. Like, Naked Gnome's already hitting every other turn. So getting an extra attack in, it gets us an extra attack after the bomb, which is nice, but I mean, whatever. Once the bomb's applied, Naked Gnome will just swing sometime soon and kill. Yeah, I'll take Bink. Plus, it doesn't clog our board up. Let's see what this treasure is. Clockwork Bomb. Apply more bomb. I don't actually know. That might be overkill on the bomb. Cookie Box, we don't have enough junk for, and also don't have anything that we want to put scrap on. Don't have anything that we can because there's nothing to attack. Newman Biscuit could be good on, like, Bink. But you kind of have to get lucky on getting it. Could also take nothing. Clockwork Bomb's okay, though, especially since we already have other sources of bomb from BG. Like, if we use it on something that already has bomb, it does a bunch of damage. If we use it on something that doesn't have bomb, it just applies bomb. And then there's the critical, which means occasionally it's even stronger. It's not much bomb, but, like, it gives us a way before BG hits to getting damage in with the Naked Gnome. It's probably fine. Alright. Palm Bomb. Grabber's not worth. Sunlight Drum could be okay. Sunlight Drum triggers a lot of stuff pretty fast. But I think I just want... I unfortunately, I don't have enough for Crown, Charm, and Sunlight Drum. And I think Crown Charm is what I want, as opposed to Crown Sunlight Drum. And we're definitely taking a Crown. Probably just putting on Naked Gnome. I don't know, actually. There's a lot of stuff. Sunlight Drum is pretty nice. Some counter manipulation, and all of our stuff has such low counter that applying a 1 reduction to all of them gets us swinging a lot sooner with our stuff. I mean, it's sort of similar to the bell, right? Oh wait, 1 short. I can buy them both. I think I do. That's extra value in the form of getting a one bling discount, right? We got the bread charm. Well, we can put it on the junk. That's where we put that. 45. Nice. Got it. Let's put this block charm on BG. That's where it makes the most sense by far. We can take a big hit and increase the bomb, but also, I mean, we kind of are trying to take small hits with it, but, you know, whatever. It still is who we want to be taking hits. Maybe it's just Snoof, actually. Because Naked Gnome, whenever it comes down, it starts ticking so quickly. I mean, it's nice to have it out, just getting damage, but the damage rate is actually slower than Snoof. It's just that with Bomb, it becomes more valuable. But that's just after we apply Bomb, so... And we definitely just put this on the junk, because that's the deadest card in our deck, right? And although in theory we could use the junk to trigger BG, that is something that could potentially be usable. In practice, I don't think it's going to be that usable. I could have just held it for... Oh, you know, I could have held it for Lumen Vase. That would have been better. I should have held it for Lumen Vase. Because putting Lumen Vase on BG and then just getting rid of it would have been good. Or on Bink. Or something. Or on Sunlight Drum. Oh well. That would have been better. I should have just held it for the Lumen Vase. Oh well. Nothing to be done. Let's go beat up Infernoco. Look, there's the Mini Moko. So yeah, so it starts at 1. I thought it started out at 2. So it's way slower than Makoko. Because even on turn 2, it's done equal damage to Makoko, and then it scales up half as fast. But in the meantime, it's also just doing less damage. So it's like... Right, on turn 4, it does 3 damage. On turn 4, Makoko has done 6 damage. And it just keeps going up rapidly. We also have ink for it. Or we can ink the Infernoco, potentially, if that is more valuable. I mean, we play Naked Gnome. I guess we ink the Mini Moko, because by the time we're killing stuff, we can have Bink out, actually. Okay, we're going to be wasting this block, but I kind of want to start ticking this up, and nothing's going to be hitting hard enough to be of concern, really. Okay, this is just killing together. Which I guess is fine. Actually, let's do this, because the bomb is more valuable there, and the snow is more valuable there. I've got 2 more things to use, or I can just redraw. I might just redraw. Do I actually want to play 2 Gear Hammers, or a Gear Hammer, a Snowzuka? I think I'd rather get the Bink out, right? Before things die. Oh, this is already going to die. There's nothing I can do. This is dying and applying its damage. So maybe I do want to... So this is going to be hitting for 3. which is fine. We can tank 3 damage. So yeah, we just redraw. Oh no, it won't, because this isn't gonna die. So we'll have the Bink out before things die. Great, that was what we wanted. Except I won't have the Bink out because it's literally the last card in my deck. If I let these swing together, the Mini Moko will die, which would be fine. But, oh man, I have the critical bomb too. I kind of feel like I have to use that. So what if I Clockwork Bomb, redraw, Bink, then Infernoco doesn't gain anything? Not that I think it's gonna matter actually. I feel like Infernoco might just die before it comes up again. But then the Bink will also hit the things back there, so maybe it's fine. Just Clockwork Bomb this. Because now this dies to whatever. Let's let BG tank another hit. Oh, it's got smack back too. Ooh, sketchy. Well, we're gonna Bink it, so it doesn't matter. This kills, and this snows here. Kind of taking a lot of damage, but so it goes. And that kills there. Oh, I forgot about the... Well, you know what? We'll take it. I forgot that the bomb was gonna make those do damage. So there's that too. Can afford to take one more here, right? So that we can apply a million bomb. Okay. We can actually just blow it up with junk now. And in fact, it's gonna die this turn because it's taking 22 just from the 2 hits that are happening here. So we should just try to kill something else. We can't. We have nothing else to kill. Get junked. 23 even, actually, because this is applying 1 extra bomb. Alright. So what are we taking here? I think I just take the redraw bell, because we're mostly just playing Sunlight Drum, Clockwork Bomb, Bink. Oh, well, we have 4 cards, so maybe I take the hand bell, because we have enough cards to be playing, I suppose. And Gear Hammers aren't the worst, although we don't really want to play them for the most part. They're not really that helpful. But the inks are good. Clockwork Bomb, Sunlight Drum is good. Snozuka's fine. Sunzog Bucks is fine if we have the junk for it. So we'll take Bell of Hands. Goats. Right, well, we have to take this path for the snail, which unfortunately is the path we like less. I would rather have gone Muncher and Shade Sculptor. Although, what would I munch? Bink? Or Sculpt. Bink, I guess. Gnome Traveler is not great. But Frozen Traveler is fine. We can find something to replace some stuff. Nom and Stompy, Bomb, Skaven. None of these are great. I guess we're just not playing whatever it is that we pick. Because Bomb just blows up whoever it hits on our row. Skaven is loading us up on trash, which we don't really want, because we don't have a way to deal with it, other than Sun Song box. Which I'd rather not have trash if I don't have to. I mean, it is nice. It is nice damage, right? 3 counter, 5 damage, but don't know that that matters. Nom and Stompy is just big and beefy. Nom and Stompy's probably okay. 10 damage on a 10 counter is fine. I mean, it's super slow, but it is faster than that, of course. It's more like on a, 7 counter or so, depending on how many cards how many things you kill and how many cards you have that die, which actually we don't have many. What am I most likely to end up playing? Nom and Stompy, I guess? Actually, Skaven works better with the bomb because it's the fastest counter. It just also applies trash, which... Whoops. Oh, it doesn't matter. Well, we'll just take Skaven and not play it. Let's see if Gnome Traveler's got anything we want. Not really. None of this is worth a junk. Blink Bank is sort of would be worth considering if it was the beginning of the run, but it's not, so... Oh, this shop is going to be so dead. It's so dead, but we needed it for the broken vase. We literally can't buy anything. Oh, we can buy a berry basket or the snow cake. Well, snow cake's tempting. More snow would be good, but we have some snow, and we have ink, which also works in a similar way. Alright, it's fine. We needed it for the vase, unfortunately. Do I want to move anything for goat fight? Not really. BG is good for goat fight. Snoof is good too. This is all fine. I would have loved to have bought another crown just to make the starting hand easier, but... Alright, let's get Naked Gnome counting. And then we're playing, what, inks and a hammer? We drew all of our hammers at once, literally all of them. So let's, I mean, the Bink doesn't really make much of a difference yet, so we'll hammer first, I guess. We just need to gawk before it gets hit. Or ink the gawk before it gets hit, which could be whenever we decide to hit it. Maybe I do start hitting it. Not... doesn't matter. Alright, let's just smack something. Alright. Not quite dead, but it'll die soon. Okay, here's the rest of our cards. Sunlight Drum is nice. I could just Sunlight Drum to make all this stuff go. We need to apply more bomb, though. This is not going to be... We're not getting this to critical. We're not getting anything to critical because Broken Vase is on the right. I could play the Sun Song box. I probably do want to play the Sun Song box on BG. We can kill the Gawk with anything. There's a lot of stuff here. I kind of want the Bink, to be honest. Applying more ink would be helpful. I might just redraw for Bink. Except I don't, it's like 50-50 if I get it. Is that worth it? Maybe not. It's just for this barrage, so I guess it's not worth it. It's better to just try to tick stuff down and do a bunch of damage here. So let's try to clear this row up, clean this row up a little bit. Like this. Because now this doesn't attack yet, which is good. We're fine with BG taking these hits. That's 3 ticks, which is what we want. What are the 3 cards we're playing? Sunsong Box, Clockwork Bomb, Snowzuka probably, or Junkhead maybe. Yeah, Junkhead to take a Gawk hit. Yeah, that makes sense actually. This would let us kill that Gawk, right? Okay, but we're taking a bunch of damage here. It's a little bit scary. I could just kill this Jabjote. Maybe that's better. Yeah, and then kill this Jabjote and then take 2 hits here. Take 3 damage, swing back and kill this Jabjote. Okay, unfortunately, well, maybe BG could take this hit now. Because it's 0 damage and we can't afford to take any other damage anyway. The Demonize basically doesn't matter. I guess it's just Snowzuka. Actually, I could play the Junkhead now to block a hit from the Gawk. Bink would be nice, but worry about that momentarily. This lets us block this, and we can use it to block the Mutton Head as well. It's fine to take that there. There's the Bink. Okay, we can play the Bink here. Actually, we play the Bink, and we also put this here. Because now we can snow Muttonhead with Snoof without applying a bunch of... Without applying a bunch... Or without applying, not a bunch, but applying Demonized anything. Although the Demonized probably doesn't make a difference. We can't have... Ooh, we don't want the Jabjote hitting BG though. How do I want to do this? Do I want to snow the Naked Gnome? Or snow the Mutton Head? Or do I just want to tank the hit from the Mutton Head? Maybe I just want to tank a hit. Let this gnome kill the Jabjote, and then let the rest of them swing through here? Yeah, maybe that's better. What 3 cards am I playing? Am I just redrawing for more Ink and Bomb and Sunlight Drum? I do have Sunsong Box ready to go. Let's just start hitting some stuff. Okay, that died. Which is what we were hoping for. We can tank that hit there. Ooh, this has Barrage again. The ink has worn off. Okay, so we need to do it like this. That's fine. So our damage output on single targets is good. The problem is our damage on when we have a bunch of stuff lined up is not as good. That is what we are running into here. Well, this stuff is lined up to attack now. Alright, I have to do a sack play here. Someone's dying. Naked Gnome dying, I guess, is fine from a stats perspective, although from a damage perspective, it's a little bit slow. But, I mean, our damage is coming from BG right now. The Naked Gnome is just a way to hit, but it's not... it's not mattering because stuff is dying after one hit after BG. The issue is applying the bomb to enough stuff. So there's that sacrificed. What do I want? So I have to snow the jab jote for a turn. That gives us a turn to figure it out, which I don't know that I'm gonna do. I still don't know that I have enough in me to kill it before it gets to swing again. I don't know. I mean, I can Sunlight Drum. That gets me close, but I still am not hitting soon enough. The jab jote's still gonna get to go, as is the Porcupine. I really needed something that could block here. I might have to chump Snoof as well, actually. And if that's my plan then is just to try to kill the Mutton Head as fast as possible afterwards. How do I like the update? I think it's good. The changes were pretty small, but the things that they changed I think were pretty much good. I thought they were mostly good changes. I commented on how it was interesting they sort of seemed to make the game mostly easier, although I say that as I'm on a run where I'm in a dangerous, precarious position. Ooh. The numbers here are pretty bad, actually. Ooh, everything's dying. Okay, I'm losing. This run is over. My streak, no! I was playing too quickly. Every time I play too fast, I make so many mistakes when I don't spend a million years thinking through every move. Yeah, the Demon Eyes means Snoof can't block all of this. What's my longest streak? I think it's only 3, actually. What's interesting is actually, like, as far as like my streak of streamed runs is probably like 7 or 8 or something. Like, but the problem is I play off stream, and when I play off stream, I play much faster and less careful, and then I break my streaks off stream. But like, as far as like on stream runs go, I think I've got a streak of I had like 7 or 8 runs, including daily runs. But I guess that's the other thing, is the streak doesn't count the daily runs, because I've won like 5 daily runs in a row now or something. I think I've only lost like 1 daily run on stream. I've lost a couple of regular runs on stream, especially because like this one where I was trying to go fast. Oh, I think this run's over. I don't even think I have an out. I'm so bad at the daily. It's definitely a little bit weird. You kind of have to play a little bit differently in some ways, because you really have to like take what you're given and find the line through it. So, and some of the modifiers are a pain, and you really just have to kind of, you have to play the numbers game. Because the thing is, this game is really heavy on like thinking through the numbers and planning. Like, I've seen people complaining about the randomness, but I like don't really agree. I think this game has so many ways to mitigate randomness, like between the small decks and like the way turns work, and everything is like, you could see everything that's gonna happen. The randomness is just in your draws, but you draw through your deck so quickly that actually mitigates randomness pretty easily. And you can redraw whenever at the cost of an action. So it's like, it actually feels like there's so little randomness, but there's a lot of bells that increase randomness. So you really have to do a lot of number crunching. Whenever there's a fog bell, I guess I just YOLO'd a lot in the main game. Yeah. Yeah, whenever there's a fog bell though, like, because that increases the randomness, I just have to sit there and like think through the math every time about what is the correct line. And it's tedious, for sure. Okay, I think I'm just dead here. Well, I mean, I can survive another turn, but then I'm dead the next turn, because Mutton Head swings, and I literally don't have a way to mitigate it. So I think I'm dead in 2, no matter what. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I got too greedy with my attacks in this fight, because I just was taking way too much damage trying to build up my BG, but the BG's way too high and not fast enough to clear the board. So the problem is I didn't really have enough to clear the board, and the goats, between the Jab Jote and the Pygmy Goat and the Porcupine, they have a lot of things that just hit a lot, spread out a lot of damage. And or like do a bunch of extra hits constantly. So you really need to keep, like, you need to be able to kill those in the back line one at a time, or like at a reasonable time. Otherwise you just rack up damage. Alright, well, that's the run, I guess. Now we die to this. Oh well. There's the streak ended, it's okay. Unfortunate. But so it goes, and unfortunately it is a little bit earlier than I normally would end, but I definitely don't have the time for another run, because if I start another run now, I won't end until way late if I finish it. So I think that's going to have to do it for today, unfortunately. So to everyone here hanging out, I hope you had a good time. I hope you have a good day, rest of your day, morning or evening. As always, if you want notifications when I go live, I tweet at KMAmillion on Twitter. I tweet notifications when I go live. Man, I'm so close to just leaving Twitter, though. The only reason I'm not is because that's, like, I still use it to, like, see things that other people are doing. But it's just, like, the environment on Twitter is just falling apart. That being said, there's a lot of things about... a lot of the recent stuff about Twitch also, with the changes that they've made to their, like, policies and stuff. It's like, man, I don't know. It's wild. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. At KMAmillion on Twitter, I tweet notifications when I go live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Japan time, and I post a schedule there every Sunday so you can know what to expect from the coming week's streams. I also post clips there every day, so you can check those out. At KMAmillion on Twitter, or a link down below if you want to just take that. The clips also get compiled every month, first Saturday of the month, and put on YouTube. So that's May's clips are now up as of last week, so you can go check that out. And the VODs get put there as well. The past 2 weeks of VODs are kept here on Twitch, but anything I archive older than that will be on YouTube. So youtube.com/@KMAmillion, or take the link down below. If you want to support me in other ways, there are links for other things down below as well. Now, as far as the schedule for this coming week, Friday, today's Wednesday, Friday will be more Tears of the Kingdom. Going to find Tulin and take care of that main quest element, and then Monday, don't know. I'm gonna have to make a decision by the time I come up with the schedule. And Wednesday, a week from today, probably gonna be more Wildfrost Wednesday. I don't see a reason to change it. I love this game. It's so much fun. And so playing it on Wednesdays seems perfectly fine to me for the time being. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Is that all I have to say? I think so. Give me 1 second. Oh boy. All right, anyway. That's going to do it for today. So, I think that's all I got to say. Do I have anything else I want to say? No, I guess we're good. So, okay. Until next time. See ya.